live from Trinidad and Tobago.
Welcome to Connections 50 Plus Wednesdays live show.
I am Terri-Ann Joseph Brathwaite.
And I am Jennifer Gibbons Joseph. Hi, good evening, everyone, and welcome everyone in the Caribbean. Welcome to Connections 50 Plus Wednesday Live. You realize I did not call the names of the Caribbean islands because that's for Terri-Ann to do. So I am Jennifer Gibbons Joseph, co-creator of Connections 50 Plus. And with me is my colleague.
Hi, everyone. I am Terri-Ann Joseph Brathwaite, co-creator of Connections 50 Plus. And as Jennifer said, it is Christmas week. And yes. I will get into the Caribbean countdown just now, but boy, are we excited. There's so many things happening. I can't believe that Christmas 2020 is day after this Wednesday. Christmas Eve is tomorrow. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So Caribbean Christmas from Belize across to the Bahamas that stay on the same lines of latitude now, across to the entire archipelago, and to our Greater Antilles, Cuba, Hispaniola, Jamaica, Puerto Rico, go across to our little sister islands, the U.S. Virgin Islands, Antigua, Barbuda, coming down to the Caribbean chains of the Windward Islands, starting with Guadeloupe, and then Dominica, and Martinique, and St. Lucia, and St. Vincent and Grenada. I know I left out somebody there. And then Barbados in the east, and Grenada, and the Grenadines with St. Vincent. I didn't say St. Vincent. And our sister Isle of Tobago, and Trinidad, and Guyana, our nation state. It's Christmas week, and we're all Gael family, Facebook, YouTube. I am happy it's Christmas.
All right, this is a beautiful week, a week for all of us to be happy. And we are extra happy this evening, Terri-Ann. And when she said Guyana, special welcome to Guyana. And guess what? Yes, we would have mentioned to you about the upcoming launch, and that launch was yesterday. Yes, yesterday was the launch with ActionINVEST Carinbbean Incorporated with Chairman Dr. Vishnu Durga. Now, we are still smiling. I am still smiling because it was such, for us, groundbreaking, having being able to collaborate with a Caribbean country. It was such an important, occasion. Of course, we would show that clip to you this week, definitely. And all I can say is this: we are so proud to, having our product in Guyana. And that product we are speaking about is our 5.8G Essential Toolkit, which I know by now you have been hearing so much about it. It is all for people in transition, our 50 plus cohort. Yeah. So Terri-Ann, we are really on top of the world, yes, on top of the Caribbean.
And very often we talk about doing how much we love what we do. And because we're really, really into seriously supporting our cohort to really have fun in this third stage of life, to really, really have fun, take care of self. And I remember, Jennifer, our developmental days of the toolkit, working with Nika and Maria and yourself, and the many conversations we had about doing something really meaningful. So when you work on something that you truly believe in, and fits the bill. And then you get a person, a business person of Dr. Durga's stature and his company. That is the preeminent company for business coaching, executive coaching, and training. When you get somebody like him saying, I have a gap in my service portfolio and there's a need in my market, and he could have gone to any international player and pulled a product off the shelf. He was introduced to us by one of his colleagues, and he said, that's the product. I want that product. And to know that this is something that is Caribbean grown, oriented to the Caribbeans, and dedicated to our cohort is something that I am so, so very proud of. And I look forward to, we've had a tough year. The pandemic has been tough on everybody. And I consider that God's blessing us for sticking to it and being focused on our objective and our passion. And it's not going to be easy. You've got to work now.
Yes.
But I love the fact that it's recognized and it's being accepted. And I can't wait. I can't. That's
and the other great news, Terri-Ann, and we can't forget our colleague who's now part of Connections 50 Plus. We do have Michael Gray with us. Michael is now part of Connections 50 Plus.
They met Michael last week.
Yes. So Michael was on the launch, and I mean, we really a great team. We're looking forward to working together. And as of January 2021, we're going to be out there really working hard. And as Terri-Ann said, we thank God for the blessings that he has, we have been blessed. We have been blessed, with this success.
Hopefully by tomorrow, you all would see, we will post the launch onto our page, and you will see it and enjoy it. And remember, yes, we've launched, we're working with Dr. Durga and his company to promote the product in Guyana, but it's available for you too. It's still available for you. So those of you who are interested in having the toolkit done, when you look at the launch, you'll understand a whole lot more to why you should. Feel free to contact us in the ways that we are accustomed to. So
we're moving from that happy occasion to this other happy week, of Christmas. Right? So what we did, we wanted, of course, to celebrate, have a little bit of Christmas spirit. So what we did, we asked friends and followers to send us clips of, how they're celebrating the Christmas. So we did get clips of some who showed their beautiful home, outdoors, indoors, you would see, I mean, really, actually, you see in a Christmas village, you see any beautiful Christmas trees. And we felt that, we need to share that with you. Of course, we all celebrate Christmas very differently. I actually have a clip, my mom, next month, she will be 99, and she's a Christmas lady. So growing up, I mean, every Christmas we know about, in my days, of course, is shining the floor, the furniture, that type of cleaning. We turn over the house, that's what we used to say. You put all the chairs outside and you scrub the floors, etc., etc. And she continued that tradition. The difference, of course, you don't have to, scrub the floors like that. We did send the cushions to cover over. She insisted that, no, those cushions need to cover over and the chairs need to clean up and then. So I posted just to show you that she directed us, she told us where to go. She's very active still, where to go to look for these boxes that these things put away. We had to bring it out. Let me give you this joke that I should be a little ashamed of, but I found it was funny. So I set up the crash, all the pieces, and I set up the crash. But I didn't place, you have the place that they put the angel, and of course, Mary and Joseph. So I knew about Mary and Joseph and baby Jesus, how you set them up. I put the angel in the wrong place.
The angel has to be above the crash, overlooking every.
I did put it, but by now, you know, the angel a little old, so it can't hold up as before. So I thought I will stick it in a corner that it could prop up.
In this table?
In a corner, on top. And when she saw that, she was so disappointed that at this stage, she said, "How can you put the angel there?" And it you know, it can hold to the top again. It was slipping out. You don't have that little hook. So that was funny. But what's great is that I was happy to do it her way. So you would see the clip with her home.
Christmas.
And, you know, as long she must have the garlands, the light with the music.
Okay, so I'm showing you all my mom, who's 99, wanted the decorations put up the same way she accustomed putting it up. So I'm just showing you her crush that she has here, her lights. You would hear her musical lights that she must have up every year. Then you go to her little corner here. She has to have the wreath. Seeing it up to the top. And then she has a small Christmas tree in this corner.
And the other aspect, Terri-Ann, that I pointed out, my mom is a plant lady, and Christmas time, you must paint all the plant pots white. They have to be, you know what we say, lily white.
Whitewash.
And prune the trees. The trees has to be pruned, and you put, you know, everything fixed up nice. So all the leaves, you trim, you know, and you have it there. So she can look out and see her plants just looking like Christmas. Of course, you put some Christmas balls in between and things. So it made me very happy, you know, when you look around and seeing how she's happy. And it was done her way.
Nice.
So it brought back a lot of memories, you know, for me growing up. And I think that's why I like Christmas so much. And today, as I mentioned, she's 98. She's going to be 99 in January. And my sister called this evening to tell me that she insists she has to do punch creme tomorrow. So there's my sister setting up everything for her, because she needs to do, you know, just a guide and pouring and all that, and make sure, and you know, no errors there. But the fact that she still has that energy and that spirit for the Christmas, you must do punch creme.
The season does that.
Yep. Yeah. So her thing was punch creme and making rum punch. But this year she decided she must at least do this punch creme.
Nice.
So it really brought a smile to my face and made me very, very happy to know, hey, this is it. And she looked out, and she was directing also how to move around the plants. My sister made a mistake. She did 3 plants very similar, and she put them as a cluster. And she said, no, you have to put color. So you can't put 3 plants, you know, just green leaves. You have to mix it. And so that was nice. So to me, and that's what I know about Christmas, you know, growing up, the preparation for Christmas and having that your house any way you would like it. Yeah. Because as long you decorate it the way you like, you're happy with it, you know? So that made her happy.
That's good. All of those are the ingredients for having a Merry Christmas.
Yes.
That's what this time of year is about. Getting ready for friends and family, and you know, just it's a spirit that you can't move, you can't shake no matter what, because we're in the midst of the pandemic, and it's like everybody's just saying, "Excuse me, pandemic." I mean, they're doing their social distancing, they're washing hands, and they're wearing their masks. But they are going about celebrating Christmas. That is not going to be stopped, you know?
Other joy for me this week, Terri-Ann, was taking my granddaughter. My neighbor had a creche. She set up a nice creche on the outside. And traditionally for me, that is it, the Christ in Christmas. And I thought she knows about the Christ. She got actually able to identify, the Mary and Joseph and the baby Jesus from going to Sunday school. I mean, she's just 4, but she's aware of that and they teach her that. So I took her to see the neighbor's crash and to point out, the things. So I thought also, let me take a little clip, just a little fun clip with her watching the crash. So all that for me, Christmas is also about the children and introducing them to the traditions and reminding them that it's not about toys, It is a big occasion, and that is a very significant occasion.
Well, remember, the first gift bringers are the wise men.
Oh, yeah.
But it's why you have the toys.
Yeah.
That's another thing, and I think that's a queen. No, it isn't. It's Mary.
And what's that on the ground there?
A sheep.
A sheep, and this one.
That's a golden donkey.
And this.
It looks like a baby cow.
A baby horse, okay?
Yeah.
So you know all. See, so the 3 kings. Jesus.
Where's the angel way on top?
And those are the angels on top, right?
One is there, and one's there, and one's there.
And you saw the star, right?
Yep.
Okay.
So now what do we...
Yeah. No.
So that was it in terms of my activity. I also did a bit of, window shopping. Window shopping, with a friend. And it's just the spirit of the Christmas. Yes, as you said, the pandemic, so I'm not going in any, didn't go to any crowded places, and you're very careful. But looking around, I think everyone, they wore their masks, the social distancing, but you saw the joy in their faces, just being outside and moving around a bit, and hearing all the music, the Christmas music playing in the malls, in the cruise tree, etc. It helped to ease that stress we are under with the pandemic.
People are celebrating. People are doing what they would do, and you can't stop that. And I think people are being very responsible. I think people are understanding the risk, and this does not mean, COVID does not mean that you go under a stone and pretend that Christmas is not here. Madness. It's madness. We've had a long day, and I am doing all kinds of different activities. I made chow chow for myself.
Yes, I received my bottle for my Christmas.
I'm so thrilled. I baked. People on Facebook would see my bottle of fruits that I soaked a couple of months ago, and I baked my cake. Now I love cooking. I am a savory person. I'm a meal person. I'm a center plate person. I am not a dessert lover. So I baked the cake. I read the people's recipe, and I thought that they make it all too much fuss about this, fixing this pan. So my cake was delicious because I followed the recipe. So of course, when I turned it over the pan, the cake just wasn't releasing. So half the cake come down. So I looked at the pan, I said, okay, I scooped it out, I put it together, and I poured some more rum in it. After 24 hours, cake was fixed.
The rum actually held it together.
The cake fix.
So there was I remember also, because I'm not a baker, and when mommy, they make the cake, they had in those days, I don't know if they still have it, but the cherry brandy, and they used to soak the cake with cherry brandy.
To keep it moist and so on, otherwise it actually dries out.
Well, I thought it was moist, but like for you, the rum kept it together.
I just didn't do the normal prep, which is grease the pan, then put the wax paper, then it again, then put the flour, and then put the batter in. As far as I'm concerned, I have good pans. I just grease the pan and put the cake inside the pan, and then put it in the oven.
But can it be sliced still?
Yes, of course it can be
Ah.
sliced. I mean, the cake, when you look at it, it's not the uniform cake. It looking kind of.
Okay, but when it's sliced, you wouldn't know the difference.
But by the time I cut that cake and serve it with, nobody will know my cake had an accident.
The taste is important.
Oh, it's delicious.
So you did chow chow, you did
I did my
cake.
chow chow, I did my cake, my meat is out to be seasoned for my pastel rolls. The pastel rolls
I
are
remember
returning.
last year, the
Yeah.
pastel rolls.
So those are being done tomorrow. And I started my garden project, which we'll talk about next
Yeah.
year. So that's
Yeah.
that's part of my 12 months of going to 60, you know. So I am celebrating Christmas in a different. I'll give you a little jokey story about my Christmas tree. We've been doing so much, Jennifer, that I think we we are outdoing ourselves this month, and I just did not have the bandwidth to deal with the box and the decorations. So I had some pieces of wood, and I just wrapped some garland around it, and we tied all the decorations and hung it up in a triangle in the house. So I have a floating Christmas tree. I'll put a picture of my floating Christmas tree.
Sure.
You see it.
Yeah.
So
All the innovations for Christmas.
So that is my Christmas is about preparing that meal. So I'm having a ball. So I enjoy the decorations and stuff, but my time is coming. See, Thursday and from tomorrow night, from tonight, Wednesday, and tomorrow I start celebrating Christmas in the kitchen. Oh,
So
and
as you say, you're spending the whole day in the kitchen.
not like people spend the day in the kitchen and is a bother. I have a ball because I am making up all kinds of things and doing stuff to make my family happy. So, and make myself happy. It's not really for them, you know, it's for me. And as a result of my happiness, they are happy too. So,
yeah. So what I did, Terri-Ann, I got everything delivered today. I ordered pasta. They have those people for these things, and I'm not a cook. And then I don't have a big family to cater to. So I ordered the pastas, I ordered the cake, I ordered the banana bread, some other breads. And tomorrow I plan, and I'm not calling the grocery name to advertise for them or promote their services. But tomorrow I'm going to get my pork, my turkey, and my ham in the small enough quantities that is very nice. Just rosemary baked pork, you know, nice turkey, all dressed nicely in the container. So I'm going to get that tomorrow. So I think I will be complete. I already have my sorrel and my ginger beer. And as I mentioned, mommy doing the pancho crème. I'm good. I'm good. And we're not doing much entertaining because with the pandemic, I invited a friend over. I thought, like me, she lives alone. And we thought we just have lunch together or maybe breakfast, just to chat. Because my family, relative family, just the kids coming over on Christmas Eve because they have their family together.
However you do your celebration.
Yeah, so it's just small, but I'm looking forward. But without that, I am just happy moving around, listening to the Christmas carols, listening to the param music, putting on the lights and, light up the little trees and things, having been outdoors, seeing, I bought little things for outdoors. So I'm happy. This is for me a joyous time.
Oh yeah. And I'm looking forward to next year. I really am. I am looking forward to change. I think we're both going into threshold years in terms of transition into other stages, and I am excited. Yes, there is concern about the pandemic. Yes.
Oh, yes.
But my view is that you take all precautions that you could, and then you take the lessons of the pandemic. And I have seen a lot of positive, notwithstanding the loss, the death, the suffering.
Oh, yeah.
Notwithstanding that, but many people have taken the opportunity to really look at themselves really and ask themselves why. Why have you been doing what you've been doing? And is there another way to do it? And many people have used the opportunity to, whether they were forced to stop, they've restarted. And I think
Yeah.
that is great. I really have.
This is
I
the
feel
time
good
too.
this year.
And, you know, I always give. I mean, I don't have to wait until Christmas to give. But somehow watching the children having to go through the pandemic, not being in school with their friends, etc., and especially those who are not as fortunate, I thought, you need to, I just felt the need to add some more joy into their lives,
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I just felt I need to give more to the children,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
those in need. Even if that temporary, that they're not temporary, but that short moment of joy, because those moments you remember,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
you definitely remember. And
Yeah,
we
I look
should all,
great.
try to create that moment of happiness for them and see what you can do to help them, especially going into the 2021. I listened today to a mother who has 7 kids, and she was speaking about her being a domestic, and because of the situation, the family she was working with, you have to be careful with the elderly. So she wasn't able to work the hours that she was working before and the things that she's doing, but very humble, beautiful. She's talking and she has about 4 of the children, and when they're watching her, but they look, to me, they didn't look sad, but more as children,
As
you
mommy,
know.
children
Yeah,
really
and
want
but she wasn't speaking out of she wasn't speaking with desperation or anything, but being grateful. And this is the other thing we have to be important,
she has her
interested
children
in.
with her. They have
She
a
has
roof
the children, they
over
look
some food
beautiful
to eat.
children.
Yeah, they have. Yeah.
She was awarded a hamper and thing, and she had so much gratitude. And she was saying, you know what? She's still thankful she can do things, and she's getting support, any support she gets for the children that she's happy with.
Yeah.
And looks like such a nice, balanced, and happy family. So you see, being, grateful, Terri-Ann, and not believing because someone is living a certain type of lifestyle, they're happier than you are.
I just say
And
gratitude, and I don't even look beyond.
yes, and I'm saying that for those who, I'm
Yeah.
just saying that for those who may think that watch somebody else's situation and say, oh, they're fortunate, they're happy, and they are not.
Well, Jennifer, I
So,
know, I really do think people who do that, especially who continue doing that, are looking for an excuse to stay miserable. And sometimes you just need to leave them where they are. I mean, that's
it's
so bad.
possible, but for me, I am just saying that I guess by nature I like to reach out still. And
Listeners, please believe
yeah,
what Jennifer just said.
I always feel
Jennifer lives in Photo. Pat Bishop once said, none have crossed unless all have crossed. Some may make it on their own, some will struggle, others we have to carry. Jennifer is in the back with the posse carrying those who...
I wouldn't say I know to let go. I do release. I know when to release, but I take it a little,
It's long.
Yeah, I stretch it a bit. I stretch a bit.
Good. It's good because.
But I do release. I always see there's hope. There's some little hope. Yeah, but especially at this time, I love the spirit so much that spreading that joy is important. It's important to me, trying as much as possible to see the good in people, and in what way I can help.
I suppose I would go in front and I will pave the road, and the people who give in trouble to move forward, I have no patience with them. But it's good that we work together, because once the road is paved, you'll make sure everybody comes along. If it's left to me, too many people will be left behind who should not be left behind.
Yeah.
And I readily admit that that is one of my faults, my impatience.
And I wouldn't say it's fault. I think
to deal with it.
Terri-Ann, we are all blessed with different gifts. Certain things you can do, I definitely cannot. Yeah, I definitely cannot. So I wouldn't say it's fault. I think we are born with different gifts, and as long as we all utilize our gifts, things will fall in place. And as you say, working together is great, because we balance each other very well.
Yeah, that's what collaborations are good for.
I always say, for me, I am not that emotional type of person to show emotion. I will do certain things. So it may take somebody longer to be comfortable with me. But it's so easy to be comfortable with you when they meet you. They're up and I'm just there saying, relax. What is all this about?
Inside of me.
Yeah, so the demonstration of that love and giving freely, it takes a while for someone to say, well, okay, I could deal with her, But it's fun appreciating each other and appreciating your gifts, your talents, and
Yeah. And I think in that vein, I think we say it a lot, Jennifer, but I think it is really part of Christmas and that spirit. And I think our collaboration is one of the best Christmas gifts that I've ever received.
Thank you. Yeah.
That it has ended in the way that it has ended this year. Not only in terms of our relationship working together and being friends, but also that through this medium and through we have to give a real special mention to Gael, our Fabian, and Gael.
Yes, definitely.
The way that we work together so seamlessly to just make things happen.
Yes.
I really believe, and we can't forget Jeline, all right? I really do believe that the synergy, that because we really do feel that we are Caribbean. We feel that, yes, up there in Belize, yes, in the Bahamas, yes, throughout all the islands, it's really fantastic to be able to be doing something like this. And we know that so many of you all are listening to us. Yes. Not everybody comments, but we see you when you like. We see you. And it is just so warm and cozy to know that in our third act, we could be this fulfilled, this happy, and working with people who really understand what we're about. So I think that's one of the best Christmas gifts that I've received. And I thank you, Jennifer. I thank you, Errol and Jeline, and then all of you Caribbean beautiful people who make this happen for us.
We did get, the support has been fantastic, and I really appreciate it. And as you said, because of Gael, we have this exposure. We definitely would not have had that exposure if Errol didn't believe in the work we're doing and appreciate that it is all local. Because that was his reason.
Don't forget Candice, huh?
Oh, yeah. Of course, we have a lot to thank people for from the beginning. But then I said, you know what, Terri-Ann, we have one more show. We have one more show before we close off 2020. So I think at that show, I'll do all the formal thanks to all those that. But yes, I agree. We had so much support. Last year, this time to celebrate 2019 Christmas, we were able to get together all those who were our guests on board, and we had a drink and we gave a toast to them. I'm telling you this and I'm thinking, Terri-Ann, we should have had some toast, but we'll toast them for the new year.
Yeah.
So we'll toast them in the next, we'll remember and toast you all for the next program, next show.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
but we would love to hear from you all. Post, tell us how you're doing, what you have done, what making you happy, the memories from good old days.
This pandemic Christmas, what what's making it really special for you? What's making it really different and special? You know? So, Jen, we have some clips to look at.
Let me start with the child. So the quick clip with my daughter, my granddaughter at the creche.
That's another thing, that's another thing. And I think that's a queen. No, it isn't. It's Mary.
And what's that on the ground there?
A sheep.
A sheep and this one.
That's a golden donkey.
And this.
It looks like a baby cow.
A baby horse, okay?
Yeah.
So you know all. See, so the three king. Jesus.
Where's the angel way on top?
And those are the angels on top. Right.
One is there, and one's there, and one's there.
And you saw the star, right?
Yep.
Okay.
So now what do we...
So there you had it. That's my granddaughter Zuri enjoying and pointing out, okay, mommy, that's the sheep. Grandmommy, that's baby Jesus. And yes, look, that's the star. So she enjoyed that. I took a pic and she was very excited to show her mom that this is the creche, and all about the story of Jesus.
And which one do we?
Very traditional, the Christmas trees. Many people put up the Christmas tree we know Christmas, they put up a Christmas tree. Okay? And people have different ways of doing it. You can do a very small one like me, depending on your space. For me, just this Christmas tree you're seeing right there, for me, it's lighted.
And a gallon, you have a match.
And a gallon. So this makes me happy. In this little space, that makes me happy. So people have different ways. Some, I don't know, Terri-Ann, if traditionally, you used to go on and you go up to the forestry and get the pine trees. Do they still do that?
Some people do.
They have a live tree.
Yeah, the Ministry of Agriculture. And I think after a couple of years ago with the mealybug infestation, I think the pine tree population went down.
Okay.
And I was on a committee the other day and they were looking for pine cones and all were gone with the trees.
Okay. So, but there is there's a tradition.
And some of them they cut a guava branch and they pin the branch.
They have different ways to do it. And now, when you go around to the stores, you see very innovative, all different ways to do the Christmas
tree. Or you do like me and you make your own tree. But
and Terri-Ann. So, so we have to see Terri-Ann tree in this clip. So what we'll show you, we had Marilyn Wilshire, who did her own, and what Marilyn called it?
Mardi Gras.
The Mardi Gras. So you would see Marilyn Mardi Gras tree, beautiful. Then you have Shalimar, and she set it up differently too. She had three?
She had
and you will see those. So we're just looking at the different
hanging tree.
Yeah. And Terri-Ann hanging tree. So we just look now at just the trees and just enjoy. And you enjoy whatever tree you have set up for yourself. Yes.
And remember, everybody post pictures of your tree. Let's see. Spread the joy.
There have been years when I didn't put up a Christmas tree because I felt that I couldn't be bothered. And this year was shaping up to be such a year. But then I sat and I reflected on it and I was like, you know what? After all we've been through for the year, even though we cannot invite people over, it's still worth celebrating. And so this is my tree, which I've decided to call a Mardi Gras theme because of the beads coming down that way. And next to the tree is my little table, which I've also decorated with a poinsettia and some other things. So I've brought some Christmas cheer into my home this year.
Christmas during a COVID year. What a year 2020 has been. what is next year gonna be? I thought to myself, am I gonna be doing a tree this year? I'm such a Christmas person, but do I really feel like celebrating? At the end of it all, somehow, I really needed to stay thankful and be grateful for what I have and what my family has. And so, thought I would do a little decorating, which turned out to be a lot, and some Christmas tree with a few little pieces added on the way. So here is my joy to you, and I really hope that everyone feels some sense of joy this Christmas. This is my holly, and I found this little piece that I thought was just beautiful and said everything I wanted to say. And here's Mr. Nutcracker, always greeting us every year as you come into my home. This year I chose to do 2 pencil Christmas trees. In the last few years I've had a large tree. This year I just felt like I needed to change it up a bit because I wanted something simpler, and all the decorations that I've collected from all over the world that we've traveled through business trips with our company, I've put a little bit of each on each tree. Coming across here, we have where it all started, the true meaning of Christmas, where we have this beautiful crush that I bought 19 years ago. And of course my son always says the star is important, Mom, because that's what took the wise men to baby Jesus. So I had this wreath on my door last year, and I decided to change it up. And I bought this cloth earlier in the year and decided to put the wreath around it and decorate it as well. I just thought it looked quite interesting. And this is my second tree. Note well the elf at the top of the tree, another moose. Just a lot of little things that are very hard to give up. And then Mr. and Mrs. here. I think they're absolutely adorable. And my snowman, always smiling. We then have a new addition this year. I always do a garland on the steps. And the children, the grands. But what was even a further addition was the train on the garland. Again, this is another train, another piece I should say. I bought this train 19 years ago, the same time as the crash. Couldn't part with it for some reason because it's so beautiful that we decided to put it up on the garland. And this is what it looks like from afar. And then the last piece, my favorite piece, it's just something that makes me happy when I see it over my door. Thank you for the opportunity to show my home. I wish you and your families a truly Merry Christmas. Whatever you do, may you stay safe. And always remember, there's always something to celebrate.
Merry Christmas. I'm ready. And Marshall in the background. This is for all of you. Happy Christmas. Reason to the season. See my stuff. A high energy is vibrating on a high frequency. And there's Santa on the roof, vanished in quarantine. We You know the guys. This is my theme song. For Santa. The lights not on. See? Happy Christmas to my sister.
All right, so those were the trees. Okay. So I hope that people are inspired to post pictures of something in your environment that really represents Christmas to you. It doesn't matter how fancy it is or how simple it is. Just something, if it's a bread you just baked, if you wrap a gift and or you have something with a little decoration, just put that thing that really means Christmas to you and just post it up. And let's all as a community have a sharing of what brings the Christmas spirit to us.
Yes, Terri-Ann. Terri-Ann, and we must show the garland. A garland is something now, again, it's similar, like you have the Christmas tree.
So you normally is a garland.
Yeah. So you have the traditional garlands that we love to put outside the door or by the window to greet, right? So you will see, look, I know you'll see the garland from Mommy, and then at Marilyn's door also.
Then I have to put my garland, because remember how I got my garland? Because you had some extra decorations last year that you were going to dump, and I took them and you didn't even see my garland today. But
next time, I will see the picture when you put it up. So we have at least 4 garlands. So now we have Terri-Ann garland, we have Mommy garland, we have Marilyn's garland,
and I think garland on her step.
Shalimar and Marilyn had a garland somewhere.
Marilyn had garlands.
So yes. So let us show you first the garlands, and then we will go into the outdoor settings. Those who send their clips with their outdoor settings. Yeah.
And this is my front door wreath, which I decided to put lights on this year. Usually it doesn't have lights, but we need cheering up. We need bright to come in. So I've added lights to my wreath this year. And here I'm showing you the entry hall table, which leads the way into my apartment. I really did enjoy doing this one. It took me a long time, but I thought I'd do something different. So we have the reindeer, we have the gift box, and we have the usual garden.
Okay, so my tour is very brief. I'm just showing you a part of my corridor. I'm in a small apartment, so this is what I did just to the side. And that's it.
So let's look at what happens in the outdoors. Now, many of us, again, tradition. When you walk in, we love to light up. So if you have the Christmas tree in your yard, because I grew up we had a big pine tree out there in the yard, and we light every year. We had to hire somebody to come put the ladder because the tree was huge. So we love to do that, or string lights around the fencing, and you make the house, you pass by some houses and they're really light.
Well, there's a big light show in San Fernando on the San Fernando Hill.
Oh, I heard so.
I know, Jennifer, the botanical gardens are beautifully lit. So in San Fernando,
that's traditional too.
Fernando Hill, and in the north, you have the botanical gardens, and right in St. Joseph, First Capital Park, the trees have been, most of our parks.
Yeah, that's what we normally do.
So there's space for you as a family to go.
And we want to show you Marin's out beautiful garden. You know, we say in Trinidad, she went to town with her decorations beautifully. So have a look at what Marin did with her garden scene. And she also takes you within her, inside the house, to see how she decorated her table setting, and the house itself, because that's the other thing we love to do. We love to put all the little Christmas things around and have your table set. Just remain there setted. You know, have it set like that's your decor for the Christmas, you know. So let's have a look at what the beautiful arrangements Marin did outside with her lights, you know, really beautiful.
Season's greetings to everyone. Christmas is a time of sharing joy and love and putting a smile on the faces of many. But have you thought about putting a smile on your face? And this is what happened when I wanted to put a smile on my face. That joy within me, I just wanted to go out there and shop and shop and shop and create this magical wonderland, which I know will put a smile on my face. A wonderland, an area which is my space, that I could enjoy the lights when I come home on evenings and really, really find that peace and that joy. And so I wanted to lift my spirits up. I didn't want to leave my spirits down because of COVID. Oh no. So I got all excited, and each night I would get some ideas, and then I would go shopping and look for these items which really would create that wonderland and represent the joy that I have in my heart, so that I could put a smile on my face, and then I could share that smile with many. So it is not too late to go shopping and to buy some stuff which you can create your own little wonderland. I was able to share all these ideas with my good friend Navin Raj, who helped me over the years to put my house and my garden together. He creates great stuff. Once you have some ideas, he works with you. And that joy within me, it was just created in the little wonderland. So be happy, go shopping, and choose your decor and feel good about yourself and put a smile on your face. That's the joy of Christmas. It's about me and how I feel. No COVID was going to stop me. So you all can have a great Christmas 2020 and all the best for 2021. Bye.
So that was Marin's garden scene. Wasn't that, I mean, just lovely with all those lights? Yeah.
Well lit.
Yeah, well, it's beautifully done.
Lovely.
Yes.
Okay, Jennifer. So
And
we
we do have one more
which one did I
to
miss?
close off with. Guess what? We have a Christmas village.
Oh yes.
And we have a Christmas village with Diane Maslin.
Village.
Yeah, that Diane did. I mean, it is
15
so.
years in the making. It's 15 years
Yeah.
in the making.
And this is what Terri-Ann we closing off with.
Yes.
Did I mention, we did mention Shalimar tree when we spoke on the trees, right? So this is Diane's Christmas village. We have been so fortunate to have our friends send these clips us. So have a look, and yes, this is in Trinidad. This is Trinidad, in case you're wondering. Yeah.
So that's the village. That's a glimpse of everybody's Christmas. So we are going to see you next week. We're all going to join our families in small clusters, celebrating the birth of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. And everybody, please accept our warmest, most heartfelt wishes for the best of the season. Take care of each other, take care of the children, take care of your community. Remember to reach out to the person who have a little less or may not have someone around. Just give a call, but have a wonderful, blessed Christmas.
Yes, Merry Christmas to everyone. I can't sing. Merry Christmas and bye. Enjoy. And again, keep posting. You could just keep posting all your clips and, you know, pictures and let everyone enjoy. You know? Yes. So we say again, bye for now and see you next week.
Bye.
50 Plus Tribe and followers from TNT and the Caribbean.
Thank you for joining us on this Connections 50 Plus Wednesday Alive show.
We hope you enjoyed the lively conversation and look forward to seeing you next week.
Don't forget to like and share our Facebook page and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
We really love getting your feedback.
Bye for now.